We just shot a video. I tried to construct it in a way that it was for a certain audience, and you just gave the advice, why don't you let that go?
Somehow the sound didn't happen to record also. So,
So there's a second reason to make another video. But I thought was really, really beautiful what you said. You said something like, you're more genuine, you're more honest if you do it out of
inspiration, if it is purely just out of inspiration. No?
Yeah. So you can just have the conversation out of genuine interest.
That's all. No?
Yeah. And that's funny because in the beginning for me that felt like that was being selfish. Like, oh, I cannot make a video out of my own interest. I need to do it for the greater good.
This is the point, you see. Not out of selfish interest, but genuine interest is that the love for truth, you can say. That is genuine, and out of that love is what comes as a search. So then when you're genuinely following your path, then whatever comes from it is genuine. So the moment we try to look at it in a way how to satisfy others' projections, how this is going to be seen by another, then all sort of superficialities come in. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in fact, if it is an effort to come out of your own superficialities, you see, that is what I say, if it is a genuine approach, that when you apply the inquiry, that we sit together and we inquire a little deeply into ourselves. Yeah. Because then the listener, it is the same way it works in everybody. Even though we all appear and behave differently, the mechanism of perception, it works in the same way. Yeah. You see, if you're really resting in your being, you're free from all sort of projections. You're free from memory, and it is in fact all memory propels imagination. Imagination is born out of memory. So you come free from the mechanism which is constantly projecting something, and your functioning becomes so natural that there's no effort to navigate or to find your way around. It's just every moment is just unfolding like this.
It's funny because I was afraid that if I make a video just for my own benefit or out of my own curiosity, it will be selfish and thus superficial. But my attempt to do it for somebody else is actually making it superficial. So it's working the other way around.
Yes, because this is an idea we have. Largely the common experience of life, we live a mental life. We live in a world of concepts. It's like you have constructed a self-image out of concepts.
Yeah.
And it is this self-image we try to present ourselves to others, and we like to be seen this way or that way. But this self-image becomes a prison. You can say the ego structure, or this idea of me. So how to be free from it? It is by reducing it.
And a lot of people need the identity, need the feeling of I am this and this. So it's like a prison that they want to stay in.
Everything is fine in its place. Now, identity also has a function. But in its place it's fine. But when you identify yourself with the instrument of perception, which you call the body-mind, it's like you're looking through a camera, but you think you are the camera, and you're afraid to let go the idea that I am the camera, you see. But in reality, when you look at it, can I be anything that is observable? Now fear comes naturally. If you have to come out of it, naturally fear comes. It's like, hey, really, I'm not what this is? No. To question yourself, that means you're challenging whatever you seem to be real, or whatever you take yourself to be true.
Yeah. And the thing you are, the I am, and then your name, that's something you build on from the very, very young age. So it's
Yeah.
I feel for myself that it's something difficult to let go since it's so old and built up.
Yes.
Like what
It's not easy to let go.
No.
But when you come to see it for what it is, there is no need to even let go. Is it? Do I have to believe I have a hand, or now I don't have to remind myself that this is my body? No? Now, if it's just because you are aware of it, when you come to see things for what it is, that means when you come to see, not as an intellectual apprehension, but when you come to see that this is an instrument, that means you come fully detached from the instrument. You see, the mind cannot see the mind cannot look at itself. Now, for the mind, it may be just a piece of information. Now, this is a body, mind, it's a vehicle, it's a camera, These are just piece of information.
Yeah.
But to experientially, to come to see it, when you see it for what it is, that means you come to recognize the one who is looking through the camera. Then in your experience, the camera is in front of you. Or you are in a place from where you can see the camera for what it is. It may be not so easy to process it, but in reality, the true recognition of yourself, things become clear like this.
And what happens as soon as that detachment grows? How does that change your life?
It's a total, in a way, it's total transformation. You see? There is a shift in consciousness. It's that the consciousness is shifting from the mode of being a person, which is more a constricted, it's more a tight state of experiencing, because your experience is limited by your physicality. You're coming to a deeper, wider experiencing, you can say all-inclusive or all-embracing experience. So you're not bottling love into the little me and to my love and all that anymore. But you're coming into the field of love.
Okay.
The whole existence, you can say, it is an expression of love. But
the entire existence is an expression of love.
Yeah. So in that, when I identify myself with the little body, then I have to go look for my love. You see? The human psychological search for a lover or happiness is born out of that limitation, born out of identity. There is no need, in a truer, more deeper experience, there is no need to be loved.
If you let identity go, there is no separation, so there is no other to get love from.
Exactly. There is no other, basically. But at the same time, in the realm of person, you may have a partner, you may have a relationship, but your happiness is not dependent on anything anymore. You see? As persons, our happiness depends on our partner, on our situation, or on this or that. And when over time these things change and we come to an unhappy state, memory, suffering comes from memory, and we begin to miss the person and all this kind of psychological play. In a deeper experience, you see, life is not a psychological drama anymore.
Is it in that state possible to be in complete contentment if you're all by yourself?
It's super content.
Yeah.
You see, this is the point. In a way, reward of self-discovery is freedom from the person. You see? The person can never be content. But they can say the self or your true being is ever content. For a person, each day is different. One day is like this, another day is like that. Even during the day, he is happy, sad, and fearful, and excited, and it's passing through all these shapes and forms. But you come to a very stable ground. But the difficulty of the mind is just that there is no one there. Everything seems to be happening, all this is happening outside, and inside the eyes, a lot of things seems to be happening. There's a constant movement. There's names, shapes, forms appear. There's constant translation, interpretation, constant chatter, and memories, emotions, feelings. All this is passing. Now, let's not ride on it. Instead, let's just look at it. First step. That means there is just an awareness, no effort.
Yeah.
Everything is passing. You can say, I'm afraid to let go my ego. So the I, who is this I? This is also the ego. The ego wants to let go, and the ego,
itself.
you see, it's a trick of the mind. It creates, the point is to catch the trick. That is the key to come out of it. You see? Because you're already out. You see? There is a mechanism which makes you believe that you're inside.
Yeah. So the sentence "I want to let go" makes no sense since there is nothing.
If you look at the I who wants to let go, is this I true? Why so? Because the I am here too. I can observe this I. The I who is fearful is also observed. Now, who am I in this scene? Am I the fearful one, or am I the one who is aware of this fearful one?
And that is self-inquiry, looking for who is that source.
That is self-enquiry. You can say it's a way to shift your attention to that which is aware of all that comes and goes.
So that means that self-inquiry is not getting more knowledge about yourself. It's realizing.
It is more emptying than knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. It's not searching for something. It's losing what it's already has.
Exactly. It's not giving you. It's not supplying you more and more answers. You see, but every question is born out of the answer which is already there.
Yeah.
The key to arrive at this is to empty the bucket.
To lose all the questions and to
lose all words, all information, to come to your truest innate sense of being. It is, you see, there are things which you can know. Yeah, there is you and the thing which is known. This is the kind of knowledge we are familiar with. We talk about experiences, about things, objects of knowing. But this one thing, you cannot know it that way. You can only know it by being it.
Yeah. And like you said before, from that point on, since there is nothing, since there's no identity, there's also no unhappiness.
Identity is there, but you're not identified with the instrument or with the mechanism of identity.
Yeah. Is it? And from that point on, all sources of unhappiness dissolves.
The concern of happiness itself dissolves. The concern of happiness comes from unhappiness.
Yeah.
The imagination of being who you are not gives birth to unhappiness and the concept of happiness.
Yeah. So the search for happiness is in itself pointless.
In a way it is pointless. It's better to search for what is true. Nice. The mind has a tendency to seek an idea.
So instead of looking for happiness, we should start looking for the truth. For what
it's more simple, more effective, and in fact that is where you find the true happiness. And you cannot even call it happiness, but it is just a consequence or an after effect of recognizing yourself, being true to yourself. A peaceful life, a happy life, in truest sense, it means a truthful life. You are true to yourself. And that means you're one with life. That means you're free from imagination.
So self-inquiry, looking for yourself.
It's a direct way to bring you home. And in fact, you are the home.
Yeah. So looking for the truth will bring you home. And as soon as you're home...
As soon as you're home, you never left.
Yeah.
So who was that one who went traveling?
So what happens in the meanwhile?
It's a paradox somehow. Even it takes an illusory journey. Somehow consciousness takes an illusory journey
Just
to
come back
recognize itself.
where it always has been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it delights in it the most. You see?
Nice.
That is why we can say it's the height of experience is that.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.